I think we've covered this a little bit, but let's just cover this again. I think this is a really good question. A lot of people were really curious what level of knowledge the LVHD staff has. I know we talked about, level 2 and level 3 technicians. We've talked about, kind of like how far you're trying to go on certain, issues and stuff like that. When you guys are hiring people, what makes you feel like someone has been fit for working the help desk?
First and foremost, before they even make it to interview process, they have to have 3 years very direct and relevant experience. They have to have passed all the background checks. And then during the interviewing process, there are some baseline testing that's done to ascertain where to slot them.
Okay.
We do have a plethora of different certifications, qualifications, degrees, you name it. But at the end of the day, we're more focused on relevant experience and honestly, personality. Is this person kind? Will they come across and sound good on the phones? Will they be a good fit in the team? Because I believe if we do a really good job on all the things within our control, the odd thing that's outside of our control we'll be able to get grace for. So, there is going to be the odd time we escalate a ticket that the VAR or MSP is not happy with. But what we do is we take that back and we try not to replicate our mistakes.
Yeah.
They're humans. We're going to make error. They're not perfect, but we hire really good people who have technical skills.
Well, I think that answers the question for me. Are there any questions from any of you guys in the audience here? Sounds good.
Move on.
All right. Yep. Moving forward. Here's another good one. We've talked a little bit about this. What RMM tools do you guys support?
All of them.
All of them. That answers that one.
So I got a question in this regard. Do we need an RMM tool, or do we just need a remote control tool?
We prefer an RMM tool.
Yeah.
With an RMM tool, you're going to drive down support volume by percentage because a managed environment generates fewer support calls.
Okay.
And a 15.
Let me restate that. A well-managed environment generates fewer support calls.
Gotcha. So really what we're saying is, hey, we really want them to have, we want to do this for managed service people where there is a managed environment there. And so having
that's correct.
You insisting on an RM tool kind of makes that a reality instead of just...
Yes, sir, that's correct. Now, we do also have some licensing with LogMe and Rescue for the odd Mac machine or whatever that doesn't happen to have remote controllability built in. But we want a managed environment.
Okay.
Sounds good. Okay, cool. Okay, we've covered that. We'll come back to that. Like I said, go ahead and give us an email if you guys are curious about NOC services, and we'll answer that by email. Moving forward. Do you guys provide email support? I mean, we've talked about, the 2-hour return time guarantee. How does that work? If a customer sends you an email, and like you said, you would have created some kind of alias through the partner's email server.
Correct.
So, that email will come into you. How does that get handled then? What happens after that?
We actually have a support inbox that has a workflow process assigned against it or created against it. And there's a team that monitors and works the call flow through the support inbox as they come in as well.
Okay.
So it's monitored and managed, and it's just part of our daily workflow.
And then you'll respond to the email by email, or will you give them a call if they have a phone number on file, or
we will call them back or respond through the customer's ticketing system so that the response comes from their domain.
Got it.
We will never send email from our own domain. So.
Oh, that's good to know. Okay. All right. Moving forward, Caden, A lot of you are asking, Kaden just mentioned, was one of the most recent, are asking, you signed up and you received a credit card authorization form for signing up for Live Virtual Help Desk, and you're wondering if you need to fill that out because we're waiving the sign-up fee. Yes, you do, because you will also, if you don't have a credit card with us on file already, then we will need that because we do charge.
It's a prepaid service.
It's a prepaid service. Yeah.
Right. I was just answering it myself, so good
Okay.
timing.
Cool. This is one of my favorite questions. I'll be interested to see what you guys have to answer for this. I got this question from a customer who was calling me, and he was asking. He said he has a small business. He has a guy that he would kind of call like a 1.5 level tier technician. It's a guy who's quickly pushing to that, like you guys mentioned, that 3 years of experience. He's learning a lot. He's doing a lot of things, but he can't answer every question. How would they work this out, or is this even possible where they could call a live virtual help desk representative if we get you guys on their customers' systems? Can the technician call you and get help brainstorming an issue?
Brainstorming is a very broad term. I mean, brainstorming to me means we're all going to get in a huddle and spend the next hour trying to work out a solution or something. So it's a little difficult. I think Dan might agree. The MSP could call in as the customer and say, look, we've got this issue, although I'm sure the customer will call in anyway. I'm sure that Dan would agree that the tech could call in and say, look, we've got this issue, which is this, that, and the other. What can we do? And, again, the guys will give it their best effort. But as for brainstorming, I'm not sure.
Well, I think that was really I think that really answers the question. I mean, is that you guys will handle it if the partner themselves calls in, like they run into an issue that they can't particularly solve, and they might find,
but
they're not looking for guarantees, but.
I would like to add something here, and that's simple. If it's a one-off type thing, can we help you? Absolutely, we're going to try to help you. What we're not going to do is sit over here and try to build your MSP for you.
True.
Again, it comes down to training. We don't want to train the techs.
Exactly. We can't become responsible for any partner's infrastructure.
Well, and that leads me into another question. If I'll let you get a second. I'll let you get a chance in a second, Chris. But if a partner gets a ticket into their system and they can't handle it at the moment, can they forward that ticket to you guys, and then you could handle that for them?
That's a covered customer, absolutely.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, why it should go to them first anyway.
It should come to us first, absolutely. We should be getting it.
Okay. One of the guys in the audience said he lost audio. Can you guys? Are you guys hearing us? Can you raise your hand and just let us know if you're?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody can still hear. All right.
All right. Well, maybe Chris, if you could just email him or text him or something. Oh, did you have something that you wanted to add, Chris?
I guess when we were thinking about the brainstorming with the techs, I mean, to me, it almost sounds like it's a more advanced issue anyway. We're talking about help desk support for end users here, not like a server question or something like that. That's not what they're providing support for. So I'd wonder what is it that they're really asking questions about that relates to an end user.
Yeah,
very valid point.
They can't figure out. So I just want to make sure we're clear on that. That it's not, hey, the Exchange store is corrupt. What do you guys think? And that's
exactly.
not in that's not in the purview of what they're covering.
Yeah.
That's network engineering, and that's not part of what this is, for sure.
Yep.
Okay, that works for me. All right, moving forward. I already covered this one. All right, here's a good one. How do you guys integrate with their PSA? So there's Neil mentioned that there's 3 major PSAs out there, but I'm sure there's like a smattering of a million other ones out there. How does this work?
Currently, we use for Autotask partners, we use a product called Rapid Fire, which talks out to, it communicates with the partner's Autotask and brings things back to ours. So we do everything from Rapid Fire. If you're in ConnectWise or TigerPaw, for instance, we have to log directly in, so it will cost you a license at this time. We are looking at building out some stuff with ConnectWise that puts us onto the net, which will allow our ConnectWise to talk to yours. But as things stand now, we log directly into the other ticketing systems.
Okay. I think that makes sense, so that works. I just got another really good question in. Well, quick before I say that is, Rob, you asked if this will be made available as far as the recording. Yes, I'm recording this, and I'm going to get this up as soon as I can get it all, packed down and put into a presentable format for the web. So you guys will be able to come back and review this. So we'll go back through that.